Hey guys, welcome back to Designing with Cassie, and today we are on the next step of our design process. We're going to be talking about creating customer journey maps as well as feature jamming. So I'm just going to jump right into it because we have a lot to cover. So I first did this on a sticky note, but then I wanted to just put this in my portfolio, so I wanted to make it look a little prettier. So I decided to use this app called Miro, which essentially is a digital software where you're able to use a lot of different UX templates and just like make journey boards like this. Okay, so this is the Miro app. And this is our customer journey map. We are picking a place to eat using today's current food apps and Google technology. And then here you can see this is the entire journey beginning to end. It's split into sections, so I'm gonna go ahead and just read to you guys what the typical customer experience would be like. Annie is planning to hang out with friends. She needs to pick a place to eat. She checks out food apps and Google to see her options. Looks at options close to the location she'll be at. So this could, I jotted it down, it could possibly be a pain point. And then now we're going to the explore section. She looks through the different categories for brunch. And then these little yellow stickies are marks, that little things I jot down about, you know, questions she could be thinking about and possible things that might be appearing in her mind as she's going through this entire process. So here she might be like, oh, what do I feel like eating? Her friend is vegan, so she changes the filter options. Oh, that could be a pain point. Thank goodness for these filter options. And then she checks out the menu price, the price, review, and pictures. This place has a lot of great reviews. This could be it. A little pricey, but if the reviews are good and the customer photos look good too, then maybe I'll want to go. Checks to see if any of them have promotions. Oh, it's got a lunch special. Still has no idea how to narrow it down. So now we're moving towards the compare section. So this could be a pain point as well, because obviously it's very hard to decide where you want to eat sometimes. There are too many options. I don't know what I'm feeling. Picks a couple location and shares it via, oops, that's supposed to say via WhatsApp with her friend. I'll just pick a couple random ones and let her pick. After some back and forth, they finally pick a place. Day before the meetup, she looks online for the menu to look at the price and reviews. This could be a pain point too. That sounds good, but I wish there was a picture of it. So that could be what she's thinking as she's looking at the menus and looking for the specific dishes. They arrive at the restaurant. They use an online menu because of COVID. Yay, don't need to wait for the server to start looking. Now it's choice elimination time. She takes a look at the menus, the price, reviews, and the pictures again. This review is so long. Get to the point, please. Curious about what's most popular or their specials. This could also be a pain point. Oh, what's this restaurant known for? What's their specialty? Search for reviews on the dish she's interested in, but cannot find any. That could be a pain point too, you know, that happens. You want to eat something and oh, that one has no picture or no reviews on it. Damn, there's no review for this dish. It sounds good though. I don't know, should I risk it or just try? Order and eat. Oops. And then the food arrives and time to take pictures. I want to post this on my IG story. I can tag the restaurant, but what is this dish called again? Because usually by that time you don't have the menu anymore. You're trying to like tell people what you order and you don't know what the item is. And that's essentially my entire flow. So the reason why you do this is because you want to mark areas of this entire process that could be considered a design opportunity. So areas that they find there could be pain points could be very useful in thinking about how you want to design your product to help solve those solutions and make the food discovery process more enjoyable for your consumers. Alright, so after I finished my customer journey map, I started to think about all of the features I want to make for this app. And so my favorite method is just get a sticky note, get a Sharpie and just start writing down all the possible features you can think of this app having, and let yourself go blue sky with this. You know, like, think of anything that could be beneficial for the app and just start placing it all over the wall just to get all your ideas down. After I've done that, I looked at all the sticky notes I have, and then I grouped the sticky notes together that had similar commonalities. So I have search and discover, menu and review, the perks, sharing, general functionality, personalization, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys what each category is kind of about. So for search and discover, it's all about filtering and helping the consumer find what they're looking for in terms of what kind of food they're feeling like. Here I have filter by mood, menu type, if it's kid-friendly, being able to search for keywords and reviews, specialized filters such as your cravings, what's trending right now, categories based on best for vegans or best for birthdays, best for dates, best for brunch, like stuff like that. Of course, location-based searching, showing a map, is very, very important. And then also recommend additional menus based on what's similar to the menu they're looking at currently, or menus that are nearby as well. And then the bottom one here is just talking about how having a restaurant randomizer could be really fun, because it would be really good to help people narrow down exactly what they want to eat. Obviously, not all of these features are going to be available all at once, especially when you first launch an app. And obviously this is a fake project, but what I did is I also wrote a star on specific features that I don't think are very necessary to launch the app with. The second section, menu and reviews. So this is all talking about, you know, of course we want a digital menu that's very accessible for people to pull up on their smartphones. The restaurant and menu basic info is available. Ratings of each dish, that's of course. User-generated pictures of the dishes and the reviews. Show what's trending and most popular in terms of dishes for that restaurant. I want a quick review, tap, 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 immediately, easy for people to just get their reviews in without having to spend too much time on it. And then the ones that are starred is in the future allowing businesses to actually customize their own digital menus to suit the branding of their personal restaurant. And a really cool thing is, you know, if this menu is able to tell you the portion size as well, that could be very useful for the consumers as well. And then personalization, we want to show your saved restaurants that you've marked. Also, the history of places you've eaten is also good. And then in the future, maybe being able to create your own groups. Like, oh, these are some brunch places I've tried out that I really like, but I don't want to overcomplicate it, so that's for in the future. And then the perks, of course, is having a loyalty program, so you can collect digital stamps, which you can then trade in for some sort of a discount. I think that would be a really great way to help both businesses and the consumer get a little bit, you know, out of this relationship between them, and it'll help the restaurants keep getting these customers back over and over again. And then being able to show which restaurants are showing special promotions right now is also great. And then sharing, of course, being able to share via IG, Twitter, Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp, all these typical social media apps, so you're able to easily share recommendations with your friends out. And then in the future, posting something on Instagram and then being able to tag the dish with the correct menu item linked to the restaurant name, I think would be really great, because sometimes I see my friends posting these really delicious looking images and I'm like, what did they order? Because they don't always write the name of the order on there. So that could be really good for the future as well. And then general functionality is just, you know, obviously cross-platform and smart notifications that will let you know what's new in your area and new promotions to restaurants you've been to, stuff like that. it is now time to move on to something else. We gotta start thinking about how we want this app to look like and get some sort of visual inspiration from the world of online and all the different creative things people have made. So my next step is pretty much just gathering a bunch of pictures. You know, as a young designer, I had this problem before where I was like, okay, if I'm looking at other people's artwork, isn't that considered like plagiarism or stealing? But honestly, it's not. Like, every single person in a creative field, they generally will take inspiration from other people. It's totally normal to do it. That's it for this week's design video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye guys!